Ladies and gentlemen, good evening, first off. And the homework that you have and the way that we've been going over parabolas, there's something that I told you that you should not abide by. Well, you can abide by, but it's easier to do. The easier way to do, remember how I told you do not use any of the points that are in no man's land? Well, you technically can because the points are not going to be in no man's land. So I'm going to show you really the easiest thing to use always is going to be 1, 2, 3, 4. Always use that because that's going to give you the shape of the graph no matter what. So forget what I was talking about earlier with the whole solve for y or solve for x or something like that. Just use 1, 2, 3, 4. Here's how. Let me solve for y. If I solve this equation right here for y, this is what I'm going to get. When I solve for y, I should get something that looks like this when I solve for y. Then from there, I'm just going to use the points. I'm going to plug in 1, 2, 3, 4 for x and see what I get. When I plug in 1, I get 2 times 4 plus 1 is 5, so 2 times the square root of 5, which is 4.5. I'll say 4.5 to round it. All right, so for 1, I'm going to put 4.5. If I plug in a 2, I'm going to get 2 times the square root of 8. And that gives me 5.7, 5.6, 5.7. Yeah, same difference. So I'm going to put 5.7. When I plug in 3, it's 13. So that's 2 times the square root of 13. And that gives me 7.2. And 2 times the last one, if I put 4 in, that's going to be 2 times the square root of 20, which should give me 8.9. If, in fact, I get all of those points right there, I'll put those in, 5.7, 7.2, 8.9. As you can see, those x values are in no man's land. Well, some of them are in no man's land, but the actual point is not going to be. Say, for example, 4.5 is right here. So we can actually plot that. And 2, 5.7, if you go to 2, 5.7, that's, say, like right there. 3 and 7.2 is going to be like right here. And 4, 8.9, that's actually off the graph, like up here somewhere. That's where that is. So for the most part, if you mirror those, you can use points in no man's. You can just solve for y and then find the x values. Like, don't worry about solving for x at all. That doesn't really do anything. And I'm sorry that I led you guys on extra work and stuff like that, but hopefully this helps. So when I draw that curve, just that one, it should look a little bit like that. But basically the same idea. So for the most part, just solve for y and use these values here. When you plug them in, you're not going to get points in no man's land. Doesn't matter how high the box is or how tall the box is or where the box is. You're not going to get points in no man's land. All right, so just use just those values, and hopefully this helps you on your homework and makes your life a little bit easier.